Welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and joining me today for this conversation is Ishan Shahane, Snehashish Mukherjee, and Shubhayan Chakrabarti. It's Super Sunday, and it's the 10th match of the WPL 2024 season. Tonight, we're going to see Gujarat Giants take on the Delhi Capitals. But as we all know, Delhi Capitals lost the first game against Mumbai Indians, but since then has been on a roll and has been winning matches consecutively. Whereas Gujarat Giants are still yet to get off the mark and have lost every single game that they have played. Ishan, over to you first. What do you expect out of the game tonight?
I think Gujarat Giants really have to get a move on now, I feel, Gaki, because they can't keep losing games. And I hope they must have, gotten some new changes to the squad if they felt that they needed to, because, the squad wasn't seeming right. They were making too many changes as well. It didn't seem balanced. So I hope in this game that they've found that perfect 11 which can give Delhi Capitals a fight, because this Delhi Capitals team is looking really strong. They put up 190 plus in the last game as well. So the batting lineup is also looking strong. So is the bowling lineup. So overall, the Delhi Capitals team looks like a much stronger side. Unless the Gujarat Giants don't pull up their socks very soon, I think it's going to be a tough game for them. So I hope they found the right team balance, and I hope if they come out to bat or bowl, I hope they show some intent. I think they've lacked intent in the past. We mentioned this as well. So I hope they come out with more intent. And if they do that, I feel it's going to be an interesting game. If they don't, I feel they might falter once again.
Shubha and Gujarat Giants, as I said before, as we all know actually, that they have lost every single match in this tournament so far. And finally, in a game like Delhi Capitals, do you think tonight can be the day where they turn their fate around?
I think yes. To start with, they have won the toss and have opted to field first, so that's a good start to them. And it's a fresh pitch, as the pitch report has said. It's a fresh pitch with slightly longer boundaries. Expecting a good total if Delhi Capitals bat first, given the firepower they have up in the order, Shefali Verma, Alice Capsey, they are hard hitters. So Delhi Capitals, if they can get going, then they might post a good total. But I don't know. There's a gut feeling that Gujarat might win their first game of the tournament tonight.
Whoa, against Delhi Capitals, one of the strongest teams in the tournament. Wow, Snehashish, what do you
That's
think?
that's
That's what Shubhayan's gut is saying.
Maybe I want them to win, but I know it will be very very hard. But the good thing is that they have won the toss and they are batting second. So as per the record, they will be happy that the first thing has gone to their way, like they have won the toss and they are bowling first. But you know how good the Delhi batting lineup has been in the last two matches, especially Stephanie Vernon and Ella Skeptic. The way they have been batting is superb, and after that, Jace Jonathan, the way she batted in the last game, quick fire 30-40 runs in the last 2-3 overs, and that helped them to reach the 190 mark, because that 190 mark helped them to to put the pressure on RCB, because RCB also scored around 160 165 while chasing. Those extra 30 runs were very crucial. So I think it will be very tough task for the GG bowlers. So Shubhanda said that it is a fresh pitch, so I think both teams will be under what will be a good score and all, and the boundaries are long as on the. So I think it will be a good bet. For me, I really want them to win, because it's a do or die situation for them. If they lose today, I think the tournament is over for them.
just
Yeah.
to add on to that GG point. Harleen Deval and Sneh Rana both have been ruled out of this match because of the injury they had in the last game. In the boundary rope, near the boundary rope, both of them suffered injuries, so they have been ruled out. So big blow. I don't know why did I just make my prediction so early in this episode.
Well, we'll see if they still can turn their fate around. But Ishan,
Yeah.
looking at Gujarat Giants' campaign so far in the WPL, what is a problem that has stood out to you, and how do you think they can, get better today?
I think the problem is mainly intent. I feel, Gagi. They've lacked intent. If you've seen the other teams, if it's Delhi Capitals as well, the opening partnership is on fire. In the game yesterday, the Mumbai Indians opening partnership was on fire. The GG team's opening partnership has not fired up till now. So I think they just lacked intent with the bat and the ball. So if they get that figured out, I feel the whole game changes there itself, because you put the other team on the back foot straight away. And if you're lacking intent, if you're not able to build partnerships or get those crucial wickets, then you're already falling back in the game. So I really feel it comes down to intent and again finding the right squad. So now with these two important players not on that side, I think it's really going to hurt them a lot in this game. So I feel they're already on the back foot, because they haven't won a game so far and they don't have two of their most important players as well.
And just to add on to that, Marjan Kap and Minu Mani are also not playing for Delhi Capitals.
Oh
Okay.
no, have they been rested
Titas
or?
Titas Sadhu, Titas Sadhu is starting. Yes.
Oh, so that's a great sign for Titas because it's going to be a good opportunity for her to make a mark after her good performances in the India A series as well as under 19 and emerging Asia Cup. But Shubhan, uh, in the last season when we talk about Gujarat Giants, Beth Mooney was out in the very first game. We saw Sneha Rana taking over, and we thought maybe it's because of that captaincy change and that suddenness of it that they couldn't capitalize on their tournament. But this time around, Beth Mooney is there. She's one of the greatest players in international cricket. What do you think? How much of a contribution does Beth Mooney have in this failure?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things because in IPL the dynamics are such that you have to have a great IPL auction to have a very solid team, which I feel Mumbai Indians, Delhi Capitals, RCB for that matter, they have really strong units, and that is where even UP Warriors for that matter are a better side on paper than Gujarat Giants. Just that the execution part is not happening for both of them, but uh, you know. Uh, the lack of firepower in that batting unit is I think the biggest reason that Gujarat Giants are failing to really push for victories after victories and are falling to defeats. If you look at Mumbai, if you look at Delhi, if you look at RCB, they have a lot of firepower in their batting units. Unlike the case with Gujarat, although Gujarat have Phoebe Litchfield, Ashley Gardner, but again the top three Beth Mooney, Laura Woolward, again, very, they are touch players. They are find the gap players. They are not really your power hitters. That's why I proposed the wild idea of promoting either Phoebe Litchfield or Ashley Gardner to open the innings, just to get going, just to do something and trouble the opponent, make them think. Right now, the Gujarat is not making the opponent think because they know that okay, if Beth Mooney and Laura Woolward really get going, then they might score 40 runs or 50 runs at max in the power play, not more than that. If someone like a Sophie Devine gets going, for example, in RCB, they might cross even the 70 run mark if she really gets going. Or even a Shefali Verma gets going in the power play, they might cross the 60 or 70 run mark in the power play itself. That is the basic lack of power hitters or really players who can go all out from the gun from the word go. That is not happening for Gujarat. That is why I think they are missing. They are lagging behind a bit as compared to other teams.
And Snehashish, one of the players that we all need to look out for and to keep our eyes on is Alice Capsey because she's been incredible throughout the tournament. What has been your standout performance of her?
Superb. In the last game also, she was fantastic. The power hitting game, I think, is what making her different from others. Because last year she was not so much effective with her power power hitting skills. But this year, but with her power hitting skills, she's playing her best game. And the interesting part is when a player goes for the attacking mindset, it's very hard to be consistent. But this player is showing consistency also, so that is helping Delhi a lot. So I think in this match also, I think she will look to score again a quick fire, some 40, 50 or 60 runs, and I think again she will be a main player to watch out for Delhi to post a good total on the board.
You're on mute, Gagi.
Sorry. And Ishan, I was asking you, Meg Lanning's captaincy is something to watch because it's such a privilege for all of us to watch one of the greatest captains in cricket history to take on Delhi Capitals. One of my friends actually yesterday was saying that if Meg Lanning was given control of the RCB team, she would win them the tournament. That's just her power. But talk about Meg Lanning. What is she doing different, or do you think it's just the Delhi Capitals lineup that's just very very phenomenal?
So I think it's both in its sense, Gagi. I think Meg Lanning is a great captain by herself. I think she's been leading the side well after not getting off to a good start, finding your rhythm again, and winning a few games. It takes a bit of courage. So I think she's led the team properly in that sense. And at the end of the day, I think all of us can agree here that it's everyone who's playing in that side has to perform. So you can have a great captain, and if nobody performs, then the team's going to lose. So I think the Delhi Capitals as a unit as well is performing really well. So credit goes to the team and the captain. But Meg Lanning, yes, has been really fantastic, and I think she's using all the experience that she's had playing international cricket and bringing it to the WPL, which is really helping her and the side. It's a great learning for all the youngsters as well, Gagi, in that team. So I think everyone will really benefit from that in that Delhi Capital squad.
And Shubha and Delhi Capitals is on the number 2 position in the points table. They are, of course, favorites for getting that semi-final spot. But who do you think the other two teams could be apart from Mumbai Indians?
No, that's a tricky one because I think Royal Challengers Bangalore will eventually cross that line and make it to the semi-final just because of the team combination they have. UP Warriors have picked up momentum, so it will be a really interesting battle between UP and RCB in the last couple of in the next couple of weeks. Who gets to that eliminator or the qualifier and make and whether they can make it to the finals or not. But rather, other than that, I think Delhi. We all will agree on the fact that Delhi and Mumbai are the two most powerful teams on paper and the way they are playing on the field. So there's no doubt that these two teams, DC and Mumbai, they are the favorites to make it to the finals once again.
And Delhi has another great all-rounder, Jess Jonathan, who replaced Annabelle Sutherland in the last game in the playing 11. Now Annabelle Sutherland's back, but Jess Jonathan also keeps her place in the squad. But when we talk about that game, not only did she play a quick-fire innings of 36 runs off of 16 balls, but she also took 3 wickets and gave away only 21 runs in 4 overs. Snehashish, are you looking forward to watch Jess Jonathan in this match?
Definitely. Basically, when we were discussing in the previous match, when we came to know that Annabelle Sutherland has been dropped and Chase Jonathan has been added, we were quite surprised to see because only after 2 matches you were dropping someone who has come to this WPL with a great run of form on her back. So, but Chase Jonathan proved everyone wrong that and make learning right that she has done the right thing to include her in the playing 11 with both bat and as you said with the ball also. And in the last match, as I was watching the match, the commentators were also saying that Dave Johnson has been always the go-to bowler for Meg Lanning when both are Meg Lanning was playing for Australia. So whenever he was captaining Australia, always she was like looking for Jay Johnson in crunch situation. So in the last match also, you all have seen that Jay Johnson bowling in the power play over. So when you give a bowler, spinner to bowl in power play over, so the captain surely have so much faith on her that she knows that the bowler will surely deliver for me. So I think that's the faith Meg Lanning has over Jess Jonathan, and Jess Jonathan has proved everyone her right in the last match, and hopefully in this match also. And now as Annabelle Sutherland has also come in, so two super option available in the middle order with both bat and ball. So Delhi will be very happy to get both of them in the playing 11, and both these players will be crucial into this match.
And Ishan, we have a comment here that says, should Yastika Bhatia open for India in T20s? Shafali Verma has disappointed with the bat in recent times, but not in the IPL, WPL games that she's
Yes.
played recently.
Yes,
But what do
exactly.
you think?
I will mention that the same point here. I think for the Indian team in the recent times she might have not performed, but in the WPL for now I think she's looking pretty good. So I think it'll be too soon for us to judge her at the moment. I think we should let the tournament get over, and then after that we can possibly make a better call on who should be that opening pair. But yes, Yastika at the same time has looked really amazing as well because in the last game yesterday, just a blistering knock which gave Mumbai Indians the start that they needed, I feel. So I think Yastika as well is really improving as a player. But Shafali Verma is more experienced for sure. And everyone has their rough patches. And I think over time she's getting over it and she's getting back in a groove. So I think it's good news for Indian cricket overall. But for now, I feel Shafali Verma should stay. If she continues to have a good run, then I think it's pretty evident that she should continue opening for the Indian squad. But if she doesn't, then maybe Yastika Bhatia can be an option.
And play starts in a few minutes, so it's time for us to wrap up our conversation. But before that, predictions. How many runs will DC make and who will win? Shubhans, what do you think? You're on mute.
Okay, so I think Delhi Capitals will score around 170,
Aha.
and I don't know. I'm contradicting my own prediction which I made early on. But let's see. I sincerely hope Gigi wins this one just to make the tournament more competitive.
Snehashish?
I think quite similar to Shubham, the 170 to 80. But I really want Gigi to win for the sake of the competition. But I think Delhi are much ahead right now.
Ishan, what do
Yes,
you think?
Ravi, I think I'll have to agree with both of them. 170, and Delhi might end up winning, but even I hope that GG ends up winning. So the competition is interesting.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, your prediction. Your prediction. Give your prediction.
yes, I'm giving it. I think DC will make 162 and DC win.
Hmm.
They have way too much momentum to lose at this point, I believe. That's my
Right,
opinion.
right.
So we'll find out soon enough who wins, but stay tuned to Rev Sports and we'll be back at the end of the match.